Hi and welcome back to Mike vs. Kitchen, the show where I, Mike, give myself some kitchen challenges with the hopes of maybe learning something new and a delicious outcome. Today we're going to be tackling a vegan orange cake with an orange marmalade frosting. Vegan baking, from what I can tell, is fairly similar to regular baking, except you have to substitute out a couple of ingredients. For example, you can't use the butter in the buttercream icing, you have to find some sort of vegan alternative. There are now pretty much vegan alternatives to everything on the market, so you don't have to stress too much about finding these. Be careful when reading the ingredients on the products to make sure it is 100% vegan. Not all products say whether they are vegan or not. This recipe once again is going to be split into two parts: the cake and then the icing. So we're going to make the cake first, and while that's cooling we're going to be doing the icing. Everything in this recipe seems fairly straightforward. I think the challenge is going to be icing it and making it look good. This is not one of my fortes, but let's give it a shot. Let's get started. Once again, the recipe will be in the description below. First step is to combine our 2 cups of orange juice, 2 cups of flour, 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, and my extra ingredient, I'm going to add my orange zest into the bowl of my stand mixer and then mix until completely combined. Okay, let's get mixing. Orange juice, 2 cups of sugar, it's a lot of sugar, 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then my orange zest. Let's get mixing. Also add the 2 teaspoons of the apple cider vinegar to the initial mix. I was supposed to do this earlier, but missed that one out. Oops. Now that the ingredients are combined, I can add in my remaining 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt. After these are added, I'm going to mix for roughly 20 seconds, stopping to scrape down the sides and then mixing for a further 20 seconds, but no longer. Let's go. 2 teaspoons of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and then 3 cups of flour. 1, 2, 3 cups of flour. And a whole lot of mess. You can sieve these ingredients in and then we can carry on mixing. There we go. Now that my batter is mixed, I'm going to do my best to split it between 2 cake tins. These are 20 centimeter tins that are going to be baked at 180 degrees Celsius for 30 to 35 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out the center clean. Let's try to split this. This never goes well. 3, 4, 3, 4. Now that I've split my batter between my 2 pans, I can pop them in the oven. Let's see how they come out. Oh, they smell delicious. Now that my cakes are out of the oven, I can put them to a side. While they're cooling to a side, I can start with my icing. Let's go. Icing for the cake is quite simple. First thing, I'm going to combine my cup of butter, take a teaspoon of vanilla, and half a cup of marmalade and mix until smooth. Once this is smooth, I'm then going to include my 2 cups of icing sugar. Don't forget to sift this before you include it. Let's go. Margarine, Savoy orange marmalade, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then mix until smooth. Now that the vegan butter or margarine, vanilla and marmalade are all combined, I can add my icing sugar bit by bit. You want to do this at a slow speed so it doesn't make too much of a mess. Okay, so confession. I completely forgot to sift my icing sugar before I put it with the rest of the ingredients. So initially it was a bit lumpy. What I did was I just turned my stand mixer up and onto max for a good couple minutes, and this seems to have got rid of all of the lumps. So I'm hoping I've got this right and that I won't have any lumps in my icing. In a couple minutes, once my cakes have cooled, I can now take them out of my trays, trim, and then start icing. Let's do this. Okay. Now that my cakes have cooled and they're out of their tins, I've got them on the boards, and I can start stacking. Note to self, they did stick a little. Yeah, I've never really had a problem like this before. But yeah, they did stick a little when trying to get out. For the icing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the worst cake at the bottom, put a fairly generous layer of icing on top, and then pop the next cake on top of that. At this point, I'm going to try coat the entire thing in icing and get it to look good. Let's see how this goes. So after a considerable amount of effort, here we are. Our vegan orange cake with the Seville marmalade icing. Let's cut this and see how it is. Here it is, our orange vegan cake. Now for one last touch. Unfortunately, I don't have any birthday candles for this cake, but this goes out to me. Happiest of birthdays, hun. This special vegan treat, it goes out just to you. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. How does it taste? Let's find out. Fantastic. Moist, soft, and just enough orange to give you that flavor without being overpowering. If I didn't know any better, I wouldn't even say this is vegan. Not that that's a bad thing. And vegan jokes aside, this win doesn't go to me or the kitchen. This win goes to the environment. There are major environmental benefits to a vegan lifestyle that all of us should consider at some stage. For now, I'm just going to consider eating more cake. Thanks again for tuning into this week's episode of Mike vs. Kitchen, the vegan edition. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any ideas or challenges going forward in the future. Hope to see you again next week. Stay safe. Bye.